Hey everyone, Pesmori here, and welcome to Trials of Innocence. Oh, we're back? Alright, quiet down. I understand your feelings, but there should be no disorder in the courtroom. Shut the hell up! The court had previously decided to adjourn today's session, but considering the addition of new evidence, after discussing with the jurors, we decided to cancel the previous decision and continue the trial. Prosecutor Ray, how was the investigation of the video going? According to the police station, the email was sent to their internal email at 6 a.m. today, and the sender is exactly the victim defendant. Detective Stone. Since the police received it at 6, why wasn't it presented during the previous trial? The content of the video is of significant importance. Who dared to submit it without authentication? Even Mr. Schubert and I watched it for the first time when Detective Sanford presented it. I see. Oh boy. They knew. Okay. No wonder she's so certain she can win. In the email, there are various pieces of supporting evidence besides the video, including that of Sans' involvement with Sky Shield he had collected throughout the year. The police have initiated a series of urgent searches of the defendant's residence, bank accounts, communication records, etc. That's efficient. Have you found anything? Due to the limited time, it's not possible to reach a conclusion, but one thing is for sure. Sans is not what he seems. Oh, Sans is not the defendant's real name. The personal information and resume he used when applying for the professor position are all fabricated. The defendant's very good at forging. If it weren't for Detective Stone, we might have been deceived. I have one question. Detective Stone mentioned in the video that he opened a passage inside the stadium. Did the police find anything like that? What nonsense are you talking about? If we had found it, we would have reported it a long time ago. But don't worry, our people have rushed to the scene following the clues provided by Detective Stone. It's only a matter of time before we expose the entire plan of Sky Shield and the defendant. I see. So in the upcoming trial, there might be synchronized updates from the scene. Is there anything I can make use of? Why am I still thinking of such things? At this point, this guy can't possibly walk out of court freely, right? That's all up to you, man. And everything else, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, Detective Stone's authorized actions should not be encouraged. I don't know what the police's view is on it. But looking at the results, he not only thwarted the plot of Sky Shield, but also ensnared a head in the legal net. His achievements will be remembered forever. Order, order! Defendant, did you hear that? You certainly have the right to remain silent. However, in such condition, your defense attorney may not be able to help you. Foolish people. Huh? For years I have dedicated myself to teaching, finding joy in imparting knowledge and dispelling confusion. But to my surprise, within just a few days, you have relentlessly labeled me with various accusations. It was pathetic. Are you going to be stubborn even now? Look around. How many people believe what you say? Even if the world chooses to become my enemy, does that mean I am guilty? Submitting an exam paper with only answers and no computation processes won't earn you a good grade. Childish sophistry. Save it for when you're in jail, bitch. I mean, I don't think that's professional talk, but we're all thinking it. Foolishness! Charlie, what do you think? Huh, does my opinion even matter? I hate people who break their promises in the most in my life. Promises are meant to be kept. Just like me, no matter what identity I hide, I am wholeheartedly devoted to being a teacher. I see. Although I sincerely believe that taking on your commission is a great disaster, if I had a choice, I would rather have not taken on this case. But that's not the point, as at this moment I must continue the defense. Out of professional ethics. If I'm lucky enough, I might restore your innocence.
Objection!
Innocence? Are you out of your mind? A despicable criminal like him has no innocence left. Well, that's what these trials are for, to determine his innocence.
Objection!
If I'm right, today's court is trying the case of Sands, suspected of murdering Detective Caliburn Stone. The video of Detective Stone has brought us new clues, but the doubts in the case have not diminished. Even if the defendant is the head of a criminal organization and has planned a heinous attack, it doesn't necessarily make him the culprit of this case. The so-called truth is never simple or beautiful, right? Are you saying that even if you make enemies with everyone present? Are you saying that even if the whole world becomes your enemy, you'll fight like you always have? Yes, it is both out of professional ethics and my personal will. Sorry, if you guys know that line, you know. If you don't, I'm not gonna explain it. But I've always wanted to say it. Moreover, we have no right to easily label someone as good or evil until we uncover all the truths. Even if his hands are already stained with blood, the law should not hold him accountable for a life he did not take. You unreasonable! People like you speaking sophistry in the courtroom is a disgrace to the law!
住口！
What? What are you doing? Very well, Charlie. You didn't disappoint me. In that case, I shall not disappoint you. This reaction!
诸位，就容鄙人重新做一次自我介绍吧。
Oh man. Oh no. Oh.
鄙人的真实姓名无足轻重，暂且以语文、英语相称，并无不妥。重要的是，鄙人就是你们口中所说的恶徒，天遁第3席的干部，代称子夜。
Okay. Not only is he a pervert, he's a terrorist. Of course he is. It really is you. Order. Bailiff, please increase the security around the defendant.
尊敬的审判长大人，您这又是何必呢？
Defendant, you're no longer just a murder suspect, but you're a world-class threat now. For a safe trial, I have no choice.
请放心，鄙人还没有愚笨到在这样的地方强行突破。况且若不是北斗的背叛，你们这群酒囊饭袋，又能奈我何？
你竟敢藐视法庭！
小龙同学，不，龙律师，刚才你的一番发言啊，鄙人你的职业操守和个人意志，究竟能被贯彻到什么地步？就让鄙人观察到底吧。
As I said, no matter how despicable you are, I'm still your lawyer. As long as you can lay out all the facts, I'll fight for the innocence you deserve as best as I can. Huh. Very good. The truth is quite simple. I didn't take anyone's life on that unfortunate day. I kept silent before to avoid trouble, but under such a circumstance, I have to handle it myself. Since you've admitted your identity, let me ask one question. Please, go ahead. Did you bring the bomb numbered HMBX 3000 inside the venue and intended to detonate it? Indeed, as the detective said, Sky Shield's plan was to attack the Universal Games. Recently, the National Police have been blocking our actions. We had to take revenge. Where's the bomb now? How did you manage to bypass security and bring the bomb in? And you could have delegated tasks like transporting and detonating the bombs to your subordinates. Why would a high-ranking leader like you take such risks in personally going to the scene? Charlie, you said you just had one question. I have no intention of answering more. Jeez. Anyway, he definitely can't get away today. Let the police interrogate him about those matters. I should focus on how to secure an innocent verdict for him on this case. Your Honor, and the angry girl over there, I request to step onto the witness stand and defend myself.
Objection!
How could we allow someone like you to step onto the witness stand? This is ridiculous.
住口！
Naive. No court can deprive the defendant of the right to defend themselves. Mr. Thoth Schubert, your name carries weight in legal circles, and even I have heard of you. But your decision in choosing your last student makes me question your judgment. How dare you! How dare you be so disrespectful to Mr. Schubert? Luna. But he... Let it go. Think calmly. As a qualified prosecutor, what should you really be doing? I see. Defendant, are you planning on taking the witness stand yourself? Yes, it is my right. You're probably a few years senior than me. You're not as ignorant as that lady, are you? Mr. Drake follows his professional ethics, and as a judge, I have my principles. If you keep assuming malice in the court's decisions, it benefits none of us. Of course, you have the right to defend yourself. Whenever you're ready, you may proceed. Thank you so much. Before I begin my testimony, allow me to pay my respects to the deceased Detective Stone. Oh, perhaps I should call him Triomes. Thanks to him, I realized that none of our country's police are worthless fools. You're about to be in jail. How dare you speak so shamelessly? I've been monitoring all the movements of the police but never expected such a dangerous and tough undercover operation would stem from a police officer's unauthorized action. If we are not opposite, I will tell him, well done. So before the case, you had no knowledge that Caliburn Stone was Trion's? If I had known earlier, how would I fall into such a situation? To avoid implicating each other, the heads are not acquainted. We only communicate through remote channels. I established this system myself, but ironically it turned out that I was digging my own grave, huh? In that case, when Detective Stone ambushed you, you had even more reason to kill him, right?
住口！
I'm speaking to the judge and my lawyer. You ignorant child have no right to interrupt. Oh, oops. Just because of who I am, you decide to jump to conclusions about my guilt without any evidence. Are you turning the so-called sacred police of justice into a third-rate forum of mob revelry? That's enough. I'm still waiting for your testimony. Good. Your Honor, may I begin? Please, proceed. I am the third highest head of Sky Shield, Cerberus. I was there that day, as mentioned before, to detonate the bomb and cause casualties. Around 2:40, I snuck into the athletes' rest area, waiting for the right time to strike. I was unfamiliar with the surroundings and went to the sauna by mistake. At that moment, a police officer aimed a pistol at me. I took advantage of his unguarded moment, took his pistol and fired a shot at him. In terms of shooting skills, I'm better than all of you combined. That shot definitely didn't hit. Afterwards, I realized the situation was getting tricky and decided to retreat immediately. But it was too late. Even if I'm the villain, so what? Being a criminal organization leader doesn't make me a murderer. I feel like one is worse than the other. That's all. As expected, this kind of final attempt is futile. Tell me, how much of what you said to me before the trial was true? Except for the peeping part, everything else is true. I did shoot at him. Denying it does no good to me. With gunpowder reaction and witnesses, your denial is meaningless. The shoot was a reflex action. I didn't intend to kill him. Shooting an officer in a heavily guarded venue couldn't go unnoticed, nor will I escape easily. Such an action is like digging my own grave. If I were that foolish, I would have been caught long ago. Although there's some truth in what you're saying, try to exonerate yourself by simply saying, I didn't intend to kill him. It's outrageous, right? Even considering this ineffective argument, you're still the only one with a chance to add motive to kill. I believe this self-defense changes nothing. What about your opinion, defense? We never expected the self-defense alone to change the situation. However, what he just said constitutes a complete testimony. Can I inquire about it? I'll see you there. Heh. This guy, though temporarily on my side, may still be withholding something in his testimony. dealing with such a difficult teammate. I can only uncover the truth bit by bit.
Wait a sec.
Is there any peculiar meaning behind your code name? Cerberus has 3 heads, and I rank third in Sky Shield. That's all. So there are 2 higher ranking heads in the control of the entire organization. What does that have to do with the case? Nothing, I'm just curious. Speciality lies in specialization. I'll leave further investigation into Sky Shield to the police. I better focus on the matter at hand.
Wait a sec.
Detective Stone must clearly know how much of a threat you can pose. Why did he expose a vulnerability in front of you? His posture with pistol was perfect. However, during our standoff, he suddenly coughed violently. Coughing at such a critical moment? Probably from inhaling too much steam. That distracted him for a split second, but that was enough for me. I attacked his wrist and then dodged behind him with an attempt to restrain him. Unexpectedly, he kicked over a nearby barrel of water, and the room was immediately filled with steam. Except blocking visibility, did the steam have any other effects on you? Yeah. The hot steam irritated my eyes, and he took the opportunity to break free. To prevent him from taking further action, I instinctively grabbed his wrist, took the pistol, and fired it. None of these actions were deliberate. Just to confirm, Detective Stone wasn't working behind the desk, right? Of course not. He handled countless frontline cases and was one of the best in hand-to-hand combat in the department. That means Detective Stone's opponent was extremely tough.
Wait a sec.
Is planting and detonating the bomb the sole purpose of your actions? This time. It should have been. It is not my style to stir up trouble. Then why? Charlie, don't forget what I taught you. Don't let it go in one ear and out the other. But I question. What? What did I just say? Repeat it. It's not my style to stir up trouble? Very well. Your exceptional memory should be matched with corresponding insight. So he's avoiding going deeper in this topic, huh?
Wait a sec.
I'm also a shooting enthusiast. It is typically based on sight and sound to determine if a bullet hits the target. Why are you so confident that the shot missed? The room was filled with steam, and the stadium was noisy with cheers and broadcasts. My judgment wasn't based on sound or sight, but rather feeling. With thousands of experiences, I can sense whether I've hit a human target based on instinct. Thousands of experiences hitting human targets? The hell did he do? What has he done?
Wait a sec.
Was there a specific reason for choosing that time? The game started at 2:30 and the audience entry time was 2. Feel free to guess the reason. Was it to ensure the bomb's effectiveness? The defendant was serious about blowing up the stadium. How many people would die from that? Hundreds? Thousands? Tens of thousands? Oh my god, that's terrifying. What's the point of trying this villain? He should be ripped up to shreds for his crime. Order! Order! Come to think of it, we really owe thanks to Detective Stone, or else the consequence would have been unimaginable. Uh-oh, I stirred up another wave of hatred from the entire courtroom. Apart from ensuring its effectiveness, choosing the time was also to avoid drawing attention. At the beginning of the game, many spectators were still outside, and the staff had to manage both inside and outside the stadium. At that weakest moment in security, I followed Trione's instructions and entered the athletes' rest area through the iron gate. Detective Stone mentioned in the video that he intentionally opened the iron gate beforehand to let the defendant in. So you passed through the iron gate into the rest area to detonate the bomb, right? Correct. In that case, can you add this information to your testimony? Certainly. I'll do as you say. Normally, nobody's around the athlete's rest area. I chose there to detonate the bomb.
Wait a sec.
Apart from detonating the bomb, do you have any other purpose? Do you have another purpose for going there? I don't want to repeat myself. I remember you were accused of being a peeping Tom before. Was that just another excuse? Lust is just a basic animal instinct. It's also one of the dark sides of human nature that leads to countless evils. If I were driven by it, I would become part of society's ugliness. You seem to harbor deep hatred towards society? This question is meaningless. Of course, I won't spend too much time on it either. But he seems to avoid my question. He seems to be avoiding my question. Did he really just intend to detonate the bomb when he went to the rest area?
Wait a sec.
When you were retreating, did you think about running into a bunch of police? I didn't hear Trion's call for backup. I thought there would be like 3 or 4 guards at the time, at most at the door as usual. So if there were only 3 or 4 guards, were you planning to take them on? As long as they weren't on high alert, I was confident of taking them down quickly. Taking down 3 or 4 fully armed guards and highly professionally trained guards barehanded. It's not impossible, but it would be tough without even a handy weapon. But then I opened the door and found myself facing 12 fully geared up on-edge officers. I had no choice but to surrender there and then. Looking back, the officers were probably set up by Detective Stone just in case. The law's long arm reaches far. Falling into Detective Stone's trap is what you deserved. I'll admit defeat on that one. Played by Trion's like a fiddle. I have nothing to say.
Wait a sec.
What were you thinking when you saw Detective Stone? Did you plan to attack him from the start? That would be foolish. When I saw him, I didn't know he was Trion's. Attacking an officer is just asking for trouble. Sorry, I just wanted you to tell me more details. At first, I thought it was a misunderstanding, so I pretended to be innocent and tried to talk him out of it. But he said, "Your plan has been exposed. Tell me the bomb's location now or I'll shoot." That's when I realized there was a trap, and I had to escape immediately.
Wait a sec.
Logically speaking, the statement is correct, but even I have to admit you're still the prime suspect. I don't deny that. If you really didn't shoot Detective Stone, have you considered who might be the real culprit? Do you have anyone in mind on who could do such a thing? Like someone from your organization?
Objection!
This is an interrogative question based on assumptions. Objection sustained. Defense, please be careful on your question. I slipped up. Sans finally revealed his true colors. Although he took the stand voluntarily, I feel like he's still hiding something. Though I'm unwilling to admit, he's my solitary ally in this courtroom. I need to find a way to get him to come clean, or this standoff will remain forever.
Objection.
You said that you entered the athletes area via the staff entrance just to detonate the bomb. Mr. English, it's not that simple, right? What are you suggesting? This path wasn't part of your attack plan, right? Oh man. Detective Stone clearly stated it in his confession video. He informed 2 individuals about that path. Someone else was involved? Are you referring to Snowflake? Exactly. According to the intelligence intercepted by Detective Stone, the attack was supposed to be carried out by 2 people. As Cerberus, you snuck into the sauna to meet Snowflake, right? Oh, what an interesting hypothesis. Then what's the reason detonating the bomb simply needs to push the button on the remote control at the right distance? This is not a task that needs 2 people, so why should I have to meet someone else? The Sky Shield grassroots member captured by the police once confessed that Snowflake is the executioner of the organization. This person has received advanced assassination training to deal with traitors and those who pose a threat to the heads. Well, in that case, this Snowflake seems even more terrifying than the defendant. It wouldn't hurt your plan with such a capable hand. Snowflake might have been able to help you out and offer assistance at crucial moments. Nice try. With an additional person on board, the plan is more likely to succeed. However, Trion's misunderstood. What does that mean? Seems like you're not letting go of this topic. Let me testify again and thoroughly explain the matter. Shit's gonna go down. As you said, Snowflake's role is simply to provide assistance when necessary. However, we don't know each other. Whether he was really present at the scene that day is also unknown. My plan was very thorough and could be executed by myself. It could, but he still didn't. I didn't need to meet with Snowflake. It was Triones who misunderstood. Is it that simple? Of course, it was just a misunderstanding. No need to over-explain. A waste of time. Is it really just a misunderstanding? Although I've never been in criminal organizations, if I were him, since his own situation is dire, he would naturally try to avoid dragging his accomplices down with him, right? Defense, do you have any further questions about the testimony? If not, let's proceed. Yes I do. Even though his testimony is brief, the defense still needs to question. I must ask carefully this time. If Snowflake really existed somewhere at the scene, maybe. Since you insist, please proceed.
Wait a sec.
I can't get over that. I know it's been 40 hours, but I just can't. So, can I understand it this way? For the sake of convenience, Snowflake should have a disguised identity in the stadium. Are you trying to coax words out of me with clumsy linguistic tricks? No, I'm not. You're my defense lawyer, not a detective investigating criminal organizations. Do I need to emphasize that? Sorry, I'll be careful next time.
Wait a sec.
Since we've come this far, I have to ask a few more questions. What was your specific plan on the day of the incident? Is that relevant to your defense? Of course, knowing your specific actions would definitely help in finding the real culprit. Fine, since you've already caught me, you deserve a bonus. The first step of my plan was to send the bomb and remote control to the stadium. As for how, let's consider it a trade secret. Yes, a very convenient cover-up for lazy writing. What does that have to do with trade? By the way, can someone provide the data of the time bomb? It's rectangular with dimensions of 30 by 24 by 20 centimeters, weight of 12 kilograms, containing about 10 kilograms of highly concentrated explosive Cl-22. It's radio controlled with an effective range of 60 meters and a maximum delay time of 60 minutes. Solid barriers significantly reduce its range of remote control. Since it's a foreign military weapon, information such as explosive equivalent is classified and currently unavailable. Wait, it's foreign? Okay. Thanks. Actually, I didn't know that much about bombs, but I do understand the part about remote controls. The effective range is 60 meters, and if there are obstacles in between, it will be further reduced. I see. Witness, after you sent the bomb and remote control into the venue, what was your next step? The next step was to move the bomb into the appropriate location, and then hide the remote control in the athlete's rest area. Since this is an attack targeting the spectators, the appropriate location should have been in the playing field, right? Then, when the afternoon match began, I just needed to go to the athlete's rest area and retrieve the remote control. Then, press the button within the effective range. 10 minutes later, you would have enjoyed the spectacle. Order! Order! Defendant, Please refrain from casually saying such horrifying things. There are no more hands watching over you in this court. You already called in 20 bailiffs to surround him. It's definitely safe, right? So the entire plan could indeed be carried out by you alone. Exactly. What should I do? Should I question him in detail? Yes. Sans, I still have doubts about your plan. Considering the situation of the scene, it's quite impossible for you alone to accomplish all the tasks, right? Interesting. Specifically, I think the problem with this plan lies in unfortunately, the location of the bomb makes her actions difficult to justify. According to the information provided by Prosecutor Schubert, the effective range, remote control distance of the bomb is only 60 meters. And once there's obstruction between the remote control and the bomb, it will further decrease. Whatever. Sky Shield placed this bomb with the aim of causing civilian casualties and panic. I don't know a specific location, but it must have been placed somewhere in the playing field. Even if there was no obstruction from Detective Stone, while you were holding the remote control in the athlete's rest area, how would you remotely control a bomb that was far away in the playing field and separated by several walls? If we consider this from the perspective of Sky Shield, it does make some sense. Defense, what do you think? My point is very simple. The attack plan should have been carried out by two people from the beginning. Interesting. After obtaining the remote control, you had to hand it over to a comrade who could access the playing field. Then your comrade would activate the bomb's timer. Does that make sense? Are you saying that comrade is Snowflake? It's very likely, especially since Detective Stone has intercepted this information.
Objection!
The playing field wasn't as crowded and chaotic as the spectator stands. Cameras broadcasting globally would have caught everything. It's not easy to find someone who could freely access the playing field.
Objection!
Detective Stone said that Sky Shield has a strong presence and informants everywhere. Anyone inside the stadium could have been one of those members.
Objection!
It cannot be called an answer. Tell us, who is this Snowflake? Your mother. Well, what should I do? I have no useful information about Snowflake. Did I miss something? I'm waiting for your answer. Who exactly is this Snowflake? I'm also unaware of Snowflake's identity. I'm curious about what conclusions you can draw. Although there is no concrete evidence yet, I believe Snowflake is most likely. I have saved 3 times, 4 times, 5 times. I don't care. Okay, in the flashback, what's her? I don't know. There was someone in a. Okay, athlete. Snowflake is most likely an athlete who participated in the competition. What? Wait, is that the actual answer? Order! Order! Do you have any basis for saying this? In the future, I have a flashback of this exact incident, and I saw someone in an athlete attire. Does that make sense? The reason is simple. The athletes' rest area was a private area specifically prepared for athletes. Whether it was staff or police, entering the rest area for the playing field during the match would have attracted attention. Only athletes who were competing could enter without drawing any attention because it was perfectly legitimate.
Objection!
I knew you'd say that. Do you think by once again shifting the focus to the athletes, you can repeat your old tricks and delay the trial by citing complex procedures? Unfortunately, your assertion is completely impossible. What do you mean? Just look at the stadium plan. Next to the gate connecting the athletes' rest area and the playing field, there's a camera directly facing the entrance. There's no way to enter the rest area from the stadium side without being captured by it. So, what does that mean? Due to the fact that the crime scene was inside the rest area, the prosecution has investigated related video footage. The stadium officially opened at 12 p.m. on the day of the incident. The time the match ended was about 4:40 p.m. During this nearly 5-hour period, not a single athlete entered the rest area. What? Furthermore, the camera didn't capture anything at all during this time. It wasn't until 4:46 that two athletes walked in together and they immediately discovered Detective Stone's body. Are you suggesting that both of them are snowflakes? Maybe. Order! And I'll say it twice. Defense, what do you think? Do you still believe that there were international criminals amongst the athletes? You should know that this accusation is even more serious than murder. If you still want to investigate all the athletes, it will cause chaos. No need for that. What? I never thought that ambiguous thing would actually come in handy here. Chief, I'm risking this because I trust you. Don't let me down. I mean, we don't need to investigate all the athletes, we just need to investigate one of them. Well, what is it? Prosecutor Ray refuted my claims by saying that the camera didn't capture anyone else entering the rest area. But what if there was a passage from the playing field to the athletes' rest area that wouldn't be captured?
Objection!
Have you been watching too many TV series? How could there be secret passages in a national level venue like this?
Objection.
You'd be surprised. Of course, this passage wouldn't have been prepared by the stadium's designers in advance. Considering its extremely secretive location, it's understandable that the police didn't find it. So have you already discovered this passage? Not exactly, but this piece of evidence can indicate the location of this passage. Yes, I totally know.
Take this.
Wait, is that it? Oh, okay. Your Honor, take a look at this piece of evidence.
Objection!
I wonder why a fingerprint lock at the scene was missing yesterday, and it turns out you had it! Huh? Your Honor, the defense not only damaged public property, obstruct the investigation, but dare show illegal evidence in court. Yeah, don't you guys know about evidence law or something like that? The laws of evidence? I mean, I don't, but still, you guys don't? We request this unscrupulous lawyer be immediately expelled from the courtroom on grounds of contempt of court. Seriously? Yes. Order! Ahem, Prosecutor Ray, please calm down. There is indeed documentation of this fingerprint lock in the files on my desk. What? Haha, gotcha, bitch. I mean, she's not one in the future, but in this time, she is. Wait, the future, that's the present. Time travel. And just during the adjournment, the police delivered a briefing. It details the process of obtaining this piece of evidence, and this process has been recognized by the police. How is it possible? Even he's like, what? How? Why are you more surprised than me? That old fox is as difficult to deal with as ever. Dante from Devil May Cry? Maybe. He does give off Dante's energy for some reason. Is this what the chief meant by handling? Where does this sussy power come from? Anyway, since it's a legal piece of evidence, somehow, can I proceed with my argument? Of course. Please, continue. As Prosecutor Ray mentioned earlier, some officers have gone to the crime scene to continue the investigation. May I request the court to connect with the officers on site and investigate the locker to which this fingerprint lock belongs to? What kind of trickery is this? I don't know, but Detective Stone mentioned in the video that he had opened a secret passage inside the stadium. That's very intriguing. Inspired by a certain senior, I find the locker to which this lock belongs to highly sussy. I'm also interested in this secret passage. It shouldn't be too difficult to connect with the officers. Bayleaf, we purchased a live streaming device earlier. Let's make use of it. Huh? You could use that kind of thing in the courtroom. Yeah, I don't know, man. Somehow. Your Honor, we have successfully connected with the officer on site and we are now switching you to the live stream of locker number 26. Why? How do you even... do you, like, carve it? You can notice that, like, it has spines all around, but for this specific side, it's been, like, shaved off and then carved into. I don't know whether I should greet this person or fear this person. Because if she needs to have a knife to carve this and shave the spines off. Which means that if you piss her off, like, hard enough, she'll stab you. And carve you out like a cactus, apparently. Wait, where was I? So this is the locker to which the fingerprint lock belongs? It looks quite ordinary. What part of this looks ordinary? It has a stick in it. What, does she have a pet dog? And a cactus in there too. Okay, guessing is to keep it in a humid area, even though cactuses don't grow in humid areas? I don't know. Well, just to be safe, could we have the officers on site investigate further according to my instructions? No problem. Just tell them what to do. Chief mentions sensing unusual airflow in this locker. His mystical theories are beyond me. All I can do is thoroughly inspect this locker. A neatly folded piece of cloth, and a neat chrysanthemum drawn on it. Ignorant. This is the national flower of the East Asian island country, the Republic of Neon. The chrysanthemum is an inviolable symbol in the culture of Neon, and this flag is also known as the sacred chrysanthemum flag. I don't have any feeling of sacredness at all. Why would there be a national flag in the athlete's locker? Ah, I know it. Once the athlete wins the championship, they can wear it and run in front of the cameras, right? Surprisingly logical. This flag is folded so neatly, with no traces of being draped around. Seems like this athlete from Neon missed out on the championship. Huh? Is it my illusion? The screw seems to be loose. Ignorant. Apex Stadium is a publicly accessible venue and has been in operation for many years. It's perfectly normal for the components of lockers to be worn out and loose due to age. Says so. I find it rather peculiar that this screw seems to be loose, as if someone just pushed it in. I really want to try unscrewing it and see what happens. But if I do that, I probably won't be able to investigate other things. Okay, check the other things first. What is this? Some kind of accessory? Ignorant. This is the most popular accessory this year. The necklace of solicitude? I think it's that. You can insert a photo into the locker on the necklace, symbolizing keeping your beloved close ones to your heart at all times. Huh, I've heard of it before, but I didn't know it has become popular overseas. Oh man. Let me see. There's a charming middle-aged woman in the photo. Do any of you know who this person? No. Never seen her. Doesn't even feel familiar. Seems like she's not a public figure. Probably just a relative of this athlete. There's a handwritten line on the back of the photo, but it's not a language I can understand. Ah, forget it. This is clearly a private item, unrelated to the case. Check something else first. Is this a stick? Is this some kind of tool? Ignorant. Even humans from the Stone Age wouldn't make such irregularly shaped tools. How do you know? Were you there? This is probably just some garbage taken off by from a wooden item. If it's garbage, why would someone put it in the goddamn locker? Upon closer inspection, one end is hard and pointed. It's actually quite dangerous. Have I seen its shape somewhere before? Mr. Drake, you've been staring at this wooden stick for quite some time. Do you have any thoughts about it? Thoughts might be too much to say, but could I ask the officers on site to preserve this wooden stick? There might be fingerprints or something on it. I'm not so sure what you're up to, but that shouldn't be too difficult. What? I noticed this weird object as soon as I saw the footage. What the hell is that? Ignorant. It's a subspecies of cactus called Despairing King, native to South Asia. Why does it feel like a Final Fantasy reference? You really didn't pick that name out of the blue. So it's just a cactus. Nothing too strange. No, this is downright strange. Why would a gymnast keep a cactus in their locker? Could be a trap for competitors? Like placing it at the landing point of the vault? Would be so malicious. And besides, that would be against the rules. There's nothing in the soil or pot below. This isn't what I'm looking for. Everything has been investigated thoroughly, but I still can't shake the feeling about that screw. Sorry, is anyone listening? I find the screw a bit sussy. Could you help me unscrew it? Sure, I'll give it a shot. Oh my god! The metal plate behind this locker has been removed as a whole! Take it off and see what's behind it! What? Why do you sound surprised? Is this literally your idea? How is it possible? What is going on? Why is there such a big hole behind the wall on this locker? Your Honor, behind this hole is the changing room. It's behind a barrier, making it difficult to notice from the other side. Order! Order! The conclusion is clear. The hole in that wall is the passage that Detective Stone opened for Snowflake. What? Seeing is believing, bitch. Your Honor, I request an immediate summon of the user of this locker to the courtroom for questioning. From the stadium plan, you can see that these lockers are located in the blind spots of the camera. The user of the locker could easily sneak into the rest area without being noticed. Indeed. More importantly, this person not only could be an associate of Sky Shield, but also likely the one killing Detective Stone.
Objection!
While this person may indeed have ties to Sky Shield, how could she be involved in a murder case? Are you trying to shift blame onto someone whose identity isn't even confirmed just to exonerate a villain?
Objection!
You previously stated that the defendant is the only person with both motive and opportunity. But this athlete, who has yet to surface, could have been snuck into the crime scene during the match without being noticed. As another head of Sky Shield, she has even more reason to eliminate undercover agents within the organization. Order! Order! Impressive! I admire your daring thinking and extraordinary courage. Defendant, do you have any comments on this? My stance has never changed, dear boy. I know nothing of Snowflake. As for your upcoming performance, I am merely an audience. Considering it involves Sky Shield's interests, it's unlikely he'll cooperate. Well then, let me share my opinion. According to the presumption of innocence, we cannot conclusively link the user of this locker to Sky Shield. To suspect her of murder requires further investigation and questioning. In the meantime, this unusual passage does correspond to the contents of Detective Stone's video. Therefore, this court has reason and obligation to hear her testimony. Exactly. Prosecutor Ray, who is the user of locker number 26 on the day of the incident? Records show that it was Miss Erica Kujio from the Republic of Neon. Erika? Huh, the name sounds familiar. She's the runner-up in the gymnastics competition. The reason why the prosecution already has information on her is because she happened to be the first discoverer of the body, along with Cyan Millers, the champion gymnast of our country. Cyan? Huh. So she was one of the discoverers of the body. I see. Where is this Erika Kujio now? Since she was already involved in the case, the police have already conducted questioning procedures for her. It won't take long to summon her. Then I asked the prosecution to arrange for this lady to testify in court. Court is adjourned for 20 minutes until her arrival. Whew. Finally, I can rest for a while. Hey, my words too. This is a really large... Did someone call this a mini case? Hey man, I'm just saying that this mini case is longer than case 1. This is adding so much content to the game. Do you know how many hours of Trials of Innocence I have? Let me show you. I have 52 hours of Trials of Innocence. I mean, I'm like 90% sure like maybe 10 of those hours is me being stuck because I'm not smart. But 50 hours! Come on. And this is case 4. And this is the mini case. I'm sorry if I offend you, man, but don't take it the wrong way. You know, like mini case is subjective. You know, heck, maybe even objective if you compare it to in relation to case 3 and case 2, like those cases as a whole, maybe. But boy, case 4 is really long, huh? And I can see why. It has a lot of lore. And question: how did they expect you to know to suspect the athletes? If it wasn't for that flashback sequence, I wouldn't have known. Whatever. Maybe it was supposed to be a shot in the dark kind of thing. I don't know. Man, this game is long as heck. But you know what? I'm all for it. Though if it reaches 70 hours, which is longer than Persona 4 Golden somehow, I have no idea what to say. Anyway, I'm kind of like hyped for for the next part, interviewing Erika. Yeah, Erika. I don't know what her second name is. So I guess I'll just do it as soon as possible. Whenever that is. I don't know. I say as soon as possible, but something tells me it'll be 5 days later. Or more. Anyway, with that being said, thank you so much for watching my... I feel like I missed the elephant in the room. Did I? Yes, I did. You thought I forgot. It was very stunning that he was indeed a terrorist. Yeah, no hiding it, you know. I mean, we should have seen it coming, okay? He assaulted a police officer. That was his natural instinct, okay? Was it natural instinct? I mean, when an officer comes at you like saying all that kind of thing, you would be like, "Officer, what's wrong? What's going on?" But he was like, you know, police DB watching me every day. They clocking me. You know, like he had that demon time. He was 4 parallel universes ahead of them. He was just waiting for the police officer to do that, you know? Anyway, yeah, pretty cool that he is actually one of the terrorists. I don't know how it connects to the plot as a whole exactly. Like, I feel like he's gonna do something else in the story. I just don't know what. But I do have a feeling that it involves killing people. He is Special Forces. He can solo everyone. So I won't be surprised if that's exactly what happened. Or maybe Snowflake will come in clutch somehow. I don't know. Anyway, with that being said, thank you so much for watching my playthrough of Trials of Innocence. And if you like what you see, stay tuned and stay awesome. Good night.